Hey beautifuls, Hannah here. Psychic reading time, purely psychic readings today. So we've just come out of a super activated live stream to commence our 6-week journey for transcendence. So some pretty powerful conversations, activations, and the start of an amazing transformational 6 weeks coming up. So you can still jump in and join us. The replay is sitting there for week 1 and the work has begun. So a bit excited to dive deep in there. So purely psychic readings today. I'm curious how many people I can serve on this live stream. So let me share this as always, and then I shall get started with this transcendence energy deeply pouring through. I'm trusting. It was pretty powerful in there. It was very, very powerful in there. So excited about this. All right, let me share this and then we'll start. Hang on a sec, guys. I can see you saying, yes, please. I'm not ready yet. Wait on. wait. Hang on. All right, just let me grab this. Oh, and I'll bring it up here. So I can see the comments. Had some pretty big shifts after that live stream the other day. It's like I needed to share it to like get it out and to like finish it or something. It's so interesting. Like I'll always, if I'm processing something massive, I'll process something massive and I'll always share it. And the sharing it is like the completion of it. It's kind of interesting, right? All right. So the group. Sweet. Okay, phone down and bring up the live stream here. From Victoria, BC, is that's not in, you're not talking about Victoria in Australia with BC at the end? Okay, let me bring this up here. Yay, okay, yay, lots of people here. So just seeing the comments now. Okay, so as always, if I message you for like, I don't friend request people. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but friend request me. So Reality Awareness or Hannah Andrews, if you see someone friend requesting you with those names, like that is not me. Someone has created a fake account and I don't know why they're friend requesting you, but I don't want you guys to lose money. I will never say, hey, like give me your credit card details and like, you know, put money into this account. Like I just won't do that. So if you have people contact you or send you a message or friend request, like it's not me, guys, okay? So I love you, but I won't be friend requesting you. You can friend request me and then we know it's a real deal, right? So yeah, I just don't want you guys to lose money. And there's, you know, people that will comment on this live stream as well and say, message me for a private reading. Like just mark the comment as spam or reported or whatever. Like it's not me. And unfortunately, I'm seeing it happen to a lot of big top readers and even astrologers. I saw, I think it's, is it Pam Leo? I always get them confused. I think it's Pam Leo that I watch. Pam Gregory. Oh my goodness, there's two, I think. I watched her, I don't know, moon update the other day, and even she was saying that she's having like a Nigerian like person, no offense guys, but we get a lot of you, you know, trying to break into the account and just all this stuff, and it just makes me wonder if they're getting paid for it. It's kind of interesting when you feel into behind the scenes of it, right? For Gold Coast, Auckland, New Zealand, let me know where you're from here. You would think somebody would do better with their time. Yeah, but that's what makes you wonder if they're getting paid from it from certain companies, because yeah, Pam Gregory, yeah, Pam Gregory it must be, on the big YouTube. She's does her new moon and full moon updates. Sydney, Australia, Tennessee mountains, yum, and Alberta, Canada, beautiful. All right, so we can start our yes please. So how I work, if you haven't had a reading from me, is I get you to type in yes please Hannah, And so then I've got a list of yes pleases, and then I intuitively pick from the list. If I don't get to you, please listen in, because there will always be a message in it somewhere if you listen carefully. And what's the other thing? You just have to stay live for your reading, because if you say yes please and disappear and then expect for me to have read you and you're not live, well, I don't like doing that, because that's not fair to other people who are waiting on the line. So let's have a look. This is obviously for someone. And of course I choose a deck that it's not that familiar for me. I haven't used it very often. Okay, so Martina, is it Martina Celeste? So that name just jumped out at me. So Martina Celeste, so I'm using the Isis Oracle. This has jumped out at me to start with. The card that I pulled is actually the Pillar of Light. So the Pillar of Light, the descent of the Star of Isis. It's interesting, the descent of the Star of Isis. And that's interesting to me, because then the bottom card of the deck is the Divine Sisterhood, which is the community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light, right? And what's also interesting is the Portal of Light is what I've opened up to. So it's interesting. I've just got to read these cards because I don't really know them, so I'll just see what jumps out at me. But I see the Pillar of Light is right next to the Portal of Light, and it's interesting, it's like the descent from the Star of Isis, yeah? The descent of the Star of Isis. So let's have a look here. So without knowing like what this card is about, the descent of the Star of Isis sounds like you've fallen, or there's something like almost like you're coming down to reality, which doesn't feel nice at times, right? I'm conscious that we're in the ear chakras for Ear Chakra Consciousness Week, and that's when things hit reality as well. Side note, did you see that the ebooks are out as well? There's free ebooks. There's an ebook a week. So obviously we've got Crown, Third Eye and Ear Chakra sitting there. If you don't have the ebooks for the chakras as we're going through, they're free. Just comment ebook below and we can send you the links. And so it's almost like you've fallen or you've come down to reality. And because it's interesting, it says, beloved initiate, you are called to allow more divine energy and light to emanate from your body, to help your light body so that the love and healing of the cosmic feminine energies of the Star of Isis can descend through you, offering healing light and assistance to humanity, and setting your own heart and soul on fire with divine love and passion. So it's interesting, it's suggested that you first build and strengthen your natural pillar of light within your energy body, like building a broadband cable so that you can receive energy transmissions into your being more easily. So I really get the message for you, Martina, to like really strengthen your energy at this time. So, you know, have you been getting the message to, sorry, I'm getting hot now, I've started reading, of course. Like, have you been getting the message to move your body or do yoga or something like that? Because it just feels like there's more, number one, there's more light and energy to you there's more light and energy available to you than what you're letting yourself receive right now. And I feel like there's a part of you that knows this, but you haven't actually done anything about it yet. And it's interesting, the Portal of Light, which I said is the next, you know, page here that I opened up to, it says you are growing in power and awareness. You've had breakthrough insights where you realize that you are not who you thought you were. In fact, you are a much vaster being. Sometimes this is shocking and uncomfortable and difficult to accept. Other times it was gentle and made so much sense to you. And it just feels like you are having lots of realizations, but there are certain things that you need to take action on that you just haven't yet. And I feel that there's a piece here about being scared of your power. You're scared of your power. You're scared of, you know, the level of light that you hold within yourself, that you are ready to step into your leadership role, but you haven't quite yet. And it's almost like you want to, and you do a little bit, but then you kind of step back out. So I'm curious how that's resonating with you or not. So really, like, getting the message really strongly about yoga. I don't know if you do yoga or not. I don't know if you're drawn to it or not. Not sure if you've ever done it before, but that's it is one of the fastest ways to build up, you know, your energy, your spiritual energy, your light, your radiance. It says here too, if you pulled the oracle of the Lady of the Stars as well, which you didn't, but this is jumping out at me, then you are encouraged to start this practice on a daily basis as soon as possible. So that's confirming what I was getting for you, that you need to start now. It's almost like your divine service is needed and required, but you're not stepping up to the requirements for you to step into that leadership role. And it doesn't really make logical sense, right? It's almost like you know that, and you're almost there, and you know the requirements, but you're not doing it because you're not, it's not that you're not ready, it's just that you're scared or something. You're scared of your power is what I keep getting. You're scared of this, you're scared of the light. The Divine Sisterhood, the community of spiritual sisters and brothers of the light, just gonna, like I said, that's the bottom card. I'm just gonna see what jumps out at me for this one. So yeah, yoga or some other form of physical activity, you know, that calls to you. Okay, so this one, the Sisterhood of Light, Sister and Brotherhood of Light, you are wise and grounded enough within yourself to not lose yourself within a group, and instead to help a group become a community and honoring individuals. Your leadership by example is important, as groups can sometimes descend to the lowest energetic vibration if the members fall into their egos rather than staying in their hearts. In other words, you're being called to step up as a leader. If you, what does it say here? It said something that jumped out at me. Yeah, this is also guidance that you are moving into empowerment of your own divine feminine and are capable of helping others enter into theirs as well. So again, it was like really confirming what I was talking to you about. Totally resonates. I used to do a lot of yoga, must get back in. I'm scared of my own light I'm scared that my light, or of my light, will keep me alone relationship wise. Interesting, isn't it? So sometimes, and this is what, you know, I feel like this community thing is about in a way, like, because even when it said you are wise and grounded enough within yourself to not lose yourself in a group, I was thinking relationship when I read that bit. So, and when you say you'll be scared, your light, I'm scared of my light will keep me alone, relationship wise. So if you know, in a relationship, so with the partner you're with, you can do either a past life meditation or a shadow meditation, depending on how kind of deep you want to go into it, really. And use my past life meditation. It's on my website, so realityawareness.com, and if you scroll down the page, you'll see all the hearts, and you can go to the audio meditation page, or you'll find the audio meditation section there, and there on that audio meditation page is the past life meditation that's designed to help you unlock these vows and unlock any trauma, to release it so it's not sitting there energetically binding you to the fear that you're going to get killed again or bad things are going to happen again, like that, right? You're single. Okay, so I still do those processes because there's obviously something sitting there that you've been killed for that in the past, right? And I think that a lot of people are scared of their light. Actually, we were talking about this in Transcendence, I think, as well. We just come out of the most powerful freaking live stream out of there. Oh my God, it's insane. And it's like we're moving into the light, right? We're shifting frequency, but that can be, it's a whole different vibration. It's a whole different world, right? It's something that we're not used to per se, right? So yeah, so the men that are drawn to me aren't king-like. Yeah, so it's a shift in the energy frequency there, right? And it's like, you know, when you say they're not king-like, it's like they're not king-like. It's like, well, are you queen-like? Or are you in the masculine mothering role? Yeah? Masculine mothering role, no, it doesn't make sense, but it's a thing. It's a thing. So yeah, so doing the yoga will help the light come back into your body and shift out whatever's, I want to say, stopping you, because the body is where, like the body is the, what's the word? The body is the, can't think what the word is that I'm looking for. So if you guys want to start saying yes please, and I'll get another line of yes pleases coming in as I finish this one for Martina. So the body, the body is the vessel, that's not the right word. I want to say the body is the portal. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, it's interesting, the portal of light came up for you. The body is the portal, right, to this world. It really is. The body is the portal to this world, because that's really what that is. So if you're disconnected from your body, you'll be disconnected to this world and all the things that you're wanting to bring into this world. That makes total sense, right? So the pillar of light, and what was it? The portal of light. That was the thing that jumped out at me, yeah? You also become capable of exerting healing influence beyond time and space, which means being able to help free yourself and others if you choose to share your healing gifts. You can learn to create freedom from trauma, attachment, history, and any other situation that may drain your life force. Yeah. Whether occurring in this lifetime or any other lifetime. So important to work with that. I've totally done past life regressions and been killed for my light in many lives. Yeah. So definitely working with that, right? Okay, awesome. And, you know, and as I always say, like, we can do something once or we can keep working with it as, you know, and it's kind of like we keep working with it when we find that it comes up again. It's not that, oh, it's come up again. It's just another layer of it, yeah? Okay, so thank you all for your yes pleases. So Rachel Peterson Soldada, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. That's who I'm being called to read next. You know, I'm being called to get some more cards out. I moved everything around, so I've got my little space here, which I was like craving. I was craving to get my cards set up so I could do readings for you guys. You're so welcome, Martina. Okay, so this is for Rachel. Alright, I'm going to see how many people I can get through on this live stream today. Purely psychic readings today. The friendship card. So this is for Rachel. We've got friendship. Alright, so I'm wondering if you've been feeling alone, Rachel, or whether, I want to say you're in a relationship that you've been feeling alone in, or do you feel like you're missing out on something, or you've been, it's almost like you've been kicked out of the tribe, or you're alone, or there's something there that you're like even still connected to them, but you feel like you're not fit in anymore, or there's something like that. It's almost there's rejection or something that I'm picking up there with the friend stuff. And yeah, so just pull more cards. So you've got the friendship card. There's Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael was taking care of this, but I want to say I feel like he interrupted, I want to say he interrupted the wrong path. I don't know what that means. It's almost like he was like, you're not going that way. You've got other things to do. And so now you're healing from that. The serenity is what you're hoping for and you're scared of. Like, you know, we want that peace and serenity, but we're also scared of being alone, right? We're scared of the peace. And then there's signs. Yeah. So I think Rachel said, yes, I am missing. Like, is that what you're missing your friends? Or do you feel like you're missing out? Like you've been excluded or something? Like it just feels there's some sort of rejection there or something like that. What's coming through with that there? All right, this one. Yeah, okay. So just pull cards from the other deck as well. So the unseen. So when this card comes up, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you can't see. Yeah, unseen. Too much is hidden from you. Unseen dreams. So this is interesting, right? Because this is where I was feeling there's some sort of rejection, or it feels like you're missing out, or it feels like, oh, I'm going to miss out on it all, right? But I feel like you're healing from something deeper here. I feel like there's something else going on behind the scenes, and this is where I feel like Archangel Michael somewhat interrupted is not the right word, but I keep getting that message. Like, what do you feel like's been interrupted? What in your life has been interrupted? Which is like a no-brainer at times when we look at the world stuff. The world stuff's like interrupted everything, yeah? Yeah, so you're missing friends and a teacher, okay. And I feel like there's a reason for that, because it's not that you're on the wrong path, but there's, I want to say, a higher path, or there's something else for you, yeah? And this healing that's going on, when I say it's deeper, I feel like there's, I want to ask you, like, what's the relationship like with your mother? You know, do you speak to her often? Is she still alive? Do you have sisters? Do you speak to them at all? Just feels like there's something deeper that's healing through this. And the serenity that comes from that. But with the signs, I feel like there's something else opening up to you. So, you know how I said Archangel Michael, it feels like he interrupted. He's like directing you, like, no, not that path, this one, right? And so look for the signs, look for the opening, look for the open door, look for what's just around the corner. There's a coffee shop around the corner. I don't know. Like, there's something else. It's kind of like, look at what she's like pointing at. She's like, it's over there. Like, it's like it's almost like you were too focused on what was, or maybe you still are in a sense, right? And that's why he's like, no, not that way, right? And so look for the signs, look for the open door, because something deeper is healing here. And this healing card is the it's like the heart chakra, it's all the green on it, right? So looking for what is like deep in your soul, what is that piece that is like, what is missing? And that's why I was getting the mum stuff there. So I'm not sure what the relationship is like with your mum, but there's something like, there's something in there, sort of thing. The ideas and inspirations card is the bottom card of the deck. And that's where I'm getting as well about the signs. It's like, what do you keep thinking about? What do you want to do? And then because you're so used to doing the old thing with the friends or the teacher, it's like, that's all you know or something. It's like, that's all you know, I want to say recognize, that's all you do or something. But it feels like there's something that's a total different direction opening up. And this is where these unseen dreams, right? There's a deeper healing going on. Yeah. It's shifting you into your life purpose. There it is. Yeah. Okay. Your mum is your best friend. And so this is where it's kind of like, there's a deeper purpose. There's a deeper purpose going on. There we go. I knew the message was coming. So what's unseen and what's in the background is the dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. Yeah. The dream teaching, it's like there's something awakening. There's a deep rumbling within you. There's a deep rumbling going on. There's something that's slowly waking up, right? It's like waking up from your dreams. And when I talk about dreams, I'm talking about like deep life purpose, soul alignment dreams. This is, you know, like what you're born to do stuff that's starting to awaken. And that's why this has been redirected. This has been redirected because dreams also live in the heart, yeah, is awakening. So follow the signs. And it might feel a little bit, rocky's not the right word, maybe just uncomfortable, maybe just different, yeah, of understanding this new path. Like there's a lot of unknowns going on, yeah, there's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of like, I don't know, why can't I just do the thing, right? And when we're getting blocked and blocked and blocked and blocked and blocked, it is because something else is awakening, yeah? And I do feel that's what's your life purpose is starting to push up to the scene, if that makes sense, yeah? Yeah. All right, so that was for Rachel. Let's have a look here. Have to bring up these comments again. Disappeared. All right. So Teresa says she has had a dream and I was a turtle and being hunted and chased by alligators. So turtle is deeply connected to the goddess. And when we think of an alligator, we think of something that destroys a turtle. So what has destroyed your goddess self? What has destroyed your light? We've been talking a lot about the light on this live stream, right? Is what I would be tuning into there. Okay. All right, let's have a look here. I've got all the cards out except the ones that they want me to use. Got it. Got it. All right, let's have a look here. Anna Louise Houston. Let's go. Is Anna still here? I'm assuming she is. She just said yes. You're so welcome, Rachel. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. So lightning strikes in dreams. So all the dream stuff's very third eye chakra. Lightning strikes in dreams for me would be messages from Archangel Uriel, crown chakra. What have you been thinking about? What action do you need to take? Also electricity, energy. How's your energy source? How's your light? It feels very similar to, is it Martina that we read at the start? So yes. Okay, Anna's here. Interesting, Anna. Check this out. So we got reward yourself. So this is the past card. Reward yourself. You've been working hard. Time for play. Time to reward yourself. I feel like you have been. I feel like you have been giving to yourself more. I feel like you've been concentrating on opening your heart more, or conscious that you need to, or something. There's something there with that. You're like, something here with that. I don't know. This feels like heart stuff for you. Interesting. The entrepreneur card has come out. I'm like, is this follow your heart? Is this follow your heart? You've got entrepreneur, and then you've also got family. Now I know a little bit of your background and your history, and I'm wondering, has this got something to do with the farm? Because the family has come up. And interesting too that the play card has come up. So like, do you need to like play more? Because I was getting this as well. I was like, stop working so hard and play more. I'm like, but I feel like you have. But the play card is the overlying message. So where's that lightheartedness? So Anna says, yes, true, lots more me time and listening. Perfect. All the pink stuff for ear chakra week. The playing, and so the playing is like the lightheartedness, right? And like she's like skipping across the lily pads, yeah? And it's almost like, okay, this like joy and free and like, you know what I mean? Like this sort of energy. It's like, how can you create more of that? Because that, I feel, is, I want to say lighting a fire. There's something like your passion, you know, the fire of the passion. Lighting your fire around all of that stuff, yeah? So just getting rid of this person. Yes, play, have been going out more. Yes. And I just feel like that sort of energy is it like literally like shifting stuff for this to come in, if that makes sense, right? Like, and the family, it's, yeah, there's something to do with that. But the right now is like, whoops, awakening that, if that makes sense. Yeah, the right now, oh my goodness, I'm doing it back to front, guys, sorry. The right now of the playing, the overlying card, is awakening, I want to say the entrepreneur in you, but it's literally like, it's shifting, it's like shifting the family dynamics for this to come in, sort of thing. But I feel like you're the one lighting it because you've been doing the work. Yeah, is what it feels like. So, and steady progress was underneath the play card as well. Just any more confirmation of like, just, it's like, just keep playing right now. Just keep playing, because that's the energy that's like coming in for it, right? Oh, awesome. I love that. Well, message for you. Done. All right, next person, if we can have a line of yeses, please. Oh, that's awesome. That's a little bit exciting. It's a little bit exciting. So move the groove of it. I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's just a feeling that's been like, yeah, more play, please. So good. Yeah, what a treat, I reckon. All right, who have we got here? All right, so Angie Price, Sisterhood of the Rose. Oh, did you see how much light is on that card? Look how much light is on that card. Oh my God. I know it's like the light, but it's the light. Do you see how much light is on the card? So, Angie, that's who I just said, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Angie Price, yes. Got distracted by the light. The light, there's so much light. I want to ask you, like, do you feel connected to the light? Do you feel connected to a sisterhood of rose, to a sisterhood of light? So interesting that's coming up in these readings, yeah? The sisterhood of light, something? Sort of the pillar of light and the divine sisterhood. It's interesting, that was a different deck. And then this one's coming up for you, right? The Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. And I feel, Angie, that this is similar to Martina, right? That it's time to step up. Yeah, okay, you do feel connected. Awesome. And so it's time to step up with that, right? Because, you know, like when you look at even the photo, she feels, I want to say, she looks like she feels supported by the sisters, by the light, right? And it's like kind of like in a real supportive sort of like structure, you know, like beaming down, yeah? And so I feel like it's beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. It's time for you to step up to the next level. So I don't know if you teach spirituality in some way, shape or form, or personal development or something like that, but it's like, look at the light on this. This is insane. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing with this. It's like, it's time for you to step up for the next level. So yeah, I'm not sure if you do this already, right? This sort of work. If you do, you're moving to the next level. It's time to jump to the next level. If not, it's time to start. It's, yeah. And interesting, the bottom card is the initiation. So rite of passage, you are going somewhere sacred. So when you're about to step up, and there's a big snake on here. I've never noticed that before. Oh look, there's more than one. Oh wow, there's heaps of snakes on here. How come I've never seen that card before? Wow, I just told my whole snake, my whole snake experience. Oh my God, that was fucking insane. I've never seen the snakes on this card before. Where are they? Here, there's one here, there's one in the darkness there. And there's another one over here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks like there's another one up the top there. I've never seen that before on this card. It's crazy. The initiation. So sometimes when we like about to step up, we're going through this. It can be hard, it can be rough. But we can feel deeply supported and we know that we're going somewhere. But it's an initiation, like, you know, to become a teacher, to do whatever, like we usually go through what we're going to teach and sort of thing, yeah? So you said, no, I don't, but you've been thinking about it. So here's the confirmation and look how much light is supporting you with that. So yeah, and you're going somewhere sacred. So it's definitely about, like, you know, in reconnecting you back to your home, back to your light, which, you know, you feel connected, but it's like, here's your sign, time to step up. Yeah. And it might be a little bit rough at times, but the light is at the end of the tunnel there. So I would follow those thoughts. Yeah. All right. So just some confirmation of just what you've been thinking about, you know, we're just talking about the lightning bolts. We're talking about Archangel Uriel just before or while I was pulling your card or something. And she's listening. I love it. You know, about, what was it? The lightning bolts, yeah. Someone asked about the dreams or something, and the Archangel Uriel is the lightning bolts. It's just a claircognizance, which is thinking about it, which is your, you know, it's all those like out of the blue ideas or that gentle like thing that won't go away. Not the obsessive thought, but just the thing that won't go away, right? Yep, love it. All right, you're so welcome. Okay, who's next? If you can give me some more yes pleases. Yay, I'm getting lots of you done. That's what I wanted. Wanted to reach as many people as possible on this live stream today. All right, different deck again. Yeah, this one. All right, so who is next? All right, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Is it Vishna? So V-I-S-N-G-A. V-I-S-N-J-A. Is it Vishna? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name. Yes, yes. So yeah, I'm just not sure how to pronounce your name, that's all. Okay, so this card is for you. I'm just gonna say Vishna. See, I just don't like mispronouncing people's names, but it's a little bit hard on live stream, right? Okay, so bear with me while I read the meanings in the book for some of these decks that I'm still familiarizing myself with. So coming off that other reading that we just did, I got it. Okay, cool, Vishna. We're talking about the lightning bolts ideas, the ideas that won't go away, the things that we're thinking about all the time, the little tap, 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 tap. I feel like you've been getting a similar message, not necessarily about stepping up to teach spirituality, but hey, maybe it has been. But you've been receiving a repetitive thought in some way, shape or form. So lots of light again. Telepathy. This is the bottom card of the deck. This is the telepathy card. And this one is so freaking beautiful. This is the actual card. The Pearl of Shadow. Look at the freaking image on that card. It's amazing, right? This is from the White Light Oracle by Lena Fairchild. Let's have a look here. Okay, interesting. So it says, taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. Have courage and commitment to your awakening, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path this lifetime. I feel like, well, I don't know, maybe you already do this spiritual stuff. Maybe you're kind of really savvy to it. Maybe you already do a lot of it and that sort of thing. However, I feel like you have recoiled back, right? Just back to front. You recoiled back and hid away, and I don't know that you've come right back out yet. Yeah. So, but you've been getting the message. You've been receiving those thoughts that it's time to come out. This almost looks like a genie in a bottle, even though it's probably got nothing to do with the card meaning. But this was coming to mind, and I feel like make a wish, because whatever you wish for will come true. Make a wish because you have this level of power to be able to create whatever you want in your life right now. That's the kind of sense that I'm getting for you, Vishnu, about that. It says, to arise spiritually, manifesting one's own priceless soul pearl, we are required to respond to an initially unwanted situation in such a way that our soul light and power is increased as a result. Like I said, it was like you were coiled away, yeah, and hidden away. Something made you retreat. Something made you fall back, like coil back, like pull back. You were just like, mwah, not doing that. Not going to do that again, right? And however, it feels like this is like, it's calling you, it's urging you to come out again. Like it's time to heal from that. Stop hiding. Yeah, is really the big sense that I'm getting there for you with that. because it's saying the inner work of self-transformation, we take that which appears negative and utilize it to increase our goodness. So it's asking you to transform the darkness to light, pretty much, right? This oracle has emerged in your reading because you have the capacity to become a light bearer. So you are being called to step up, right? Just like the last reading we just did. It says, safeguard your energy, yet trust that the light within you is strong enough to see you through any struggle and eventually transform it into a precious pearl of sacred empowerment. It's like the recoiling space that you went into. That's also where your power is, right? Hidden in there is dark, but that is where the light shines through or reflects off, or I don't know what the right word is, right? It's like a constant dark in there, but the light is constantly out there as well, right? So it's like you're constantly renewed. I want to say renewed from that. It's like there's gifts in the darkness, of course, which is like the epitome of shadow work, right? I just pulled another card for you as I was talking then to confirm this. So you've got Sacred Convergence and a new gown. So this is from the Rumi deck. And the Sacred Convergence, I'm pretty sure, is like almost like the spirit guides kind of coming together. Let me just remind myself. Yep. Sacred Convergence indicates a coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. So do you have a tribe? Do you have a soul tribe? Like obviously you're here on this live stream with Reality Awareness, but do you have a soul tribe that helps you to be able to transform the darkness to light? I mean, like this is pretty much what we do in Trust Intuition, right? And we've got the Trust Intuition tribe that even has like a Trust Intuition tattoo. And by the way, you don't have to get the tattoo, but I'm just saying. It is this strong in there that we even got tattoos, for goodness sake. Because coming out of the darkness requires that sort of support, right? So the Sacred Convergence is about finding is the coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. The greater cause is both personal and impersonal. Yeah, there is an aspect of joining together for a common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a level of day-to-day consciousness. The common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater love and self-belief, exactly what we do in Trust Intuition, right? To shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal, passionate purpose. Looks like a soul fire to me there, right? What did it say? A more holy fire. Looks like a full soul holy fire there. Rising out of the darkness, out of the genie bottle. And then a new gown is about wearing your new gown, is about wearing your new you, is about, I want to say wearing your new you with pride. Like be proud of yourself. It feels like you kind of beat yourself up a fair bit, or you judge yourself or compare yourself to other people quite a lot. And I feel like that also holds you back. I'm covered in goosebumps. The only thing that's holding you back is not fully uncoiling, if that makes sense, right? So this one, the gown, this oracle comes to you with sacred portent. You are fast approaching a moment of a great leap, an evolutionary shift on your spiritual path. Your sense of self and your divine identity is about to be revealed and realized in a way that is more potent than ever before. This is wonderful. This is divine happening. You must allow it. Do not confuse humility with humiliation. Do not humble yourself excessively. You do not have to battle with false pride either. Simply honor yourself as a living being, worthy of life, worthy of this royal path and of divine realization. That's like confirming what I just said, right? I'm like, be proud of yourself. Like, I love it. Love it. Confirmation. Love it. So good. All right. Beautiful. So let me know if that resonates or not. You don't have to voice it. Okay. So lots of yes pleasers. Let's have a new round and see who is next. I love these readings. So good. So good. You're so welcome, Anna. Bit excited for you. What's coming up? All right. Already the next cards are calling. These ones. Right. What have we got here? Who have we got here, I should say? I'm not opening these all upside down today. It's kind of weird. No upside down cards today. Aisha. Totally resonates. Yay, excited for the future. Awesome. So good. So good. All right, is Ilana Daniels still here? I think that's how I pronounce her name, Ilana. Ilana. So good. All right. I know there's a bit of a delay. I'm just waiting. You are! Okay, awesome. For some reason, Spirit's like, pick her. Okay, and I've picked the soulmate relationship card. Can you please let me know if you are in a relationship or not? It's kind of weird. I'm getting something about a neighbor, like a next door neighbor. Okay, so just ask if you're in a soulmate relationship or just a relationship. And I don't know that that's got anything to do with what I'm about to say. So, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but I'm just going to say it anyway. So something about a neighbor, something about, I want to say almost being stabbed in the back by a neighbor, like gossiping wise, betrayal sort of energy, or is that you betraying them? And not necessarily a neighbor from now, but even from your childhood. This feels what we're tapping into is quite deep here. And I'm clearing energy from it. This is old, it feels like. Yeah. Yeah, you're currently not, you're taking a break. Okay, cool. Did they live next door? I know that sounds crazy. Did you have like a lover or a high school crush or something like that? Childhood crush on a neighbor? I don't know. There's something about a neighbor. Is there anything about a neighbor that's coming, that's coming from you, around you or something? There's something about a neighbor, or so you're currently taking a break from the relationship. And I'm wondering how you feel about that. Like, do you feel worried about the break in the relationship? Do you feel like it's for the best? Are you just like, yeah, I'm kind of over it already? Just kind of getting a sense there, because it feels like I feel like there's outside influences to this relationship or something. Traumatic experience from my childhood neighbor. Yeah. So I was getting, there's something there with that. And it's almost like, stab in the back. Like instantly I just felt like, so when I'm talking about stab in the back, like I said, I'm talking metaphysically, energetically, gossiping, it could be beaten up or something. It's almost like an axe went through the back, right? Now, obviously that can drop into past life, because when I was tuning into that, I was like, oh, is that a past life thing? Like that. For some reason, this has something to do with this. So, and I know you just said you're currently taking a break or something. Yeah, so you're taking a break. And I'm wondering if you're taking a break from this relationship or just in general. We're just like, I'm done for now. Give me a break. Because this childhood thing is, I want to say, is like an energetic stronghold, is an energetic lockhold on this, yeah? The outside influences are wreaking havoc. Not necessarily on this specific relationship, it could be, but just in relationships in general for you as well. Now what's come up here is, what's your thoughts? Yeah, it's important to only think about what you desire and not what you fear. The alchemy card is obviously transforming darkness to light, which is what we spoke about with those other cards, coming out of the cocoon, coming out of the shell. And that makes me wonder, because we just did that card reading as well, and I probably shuffled the decks, but probably not just there, of those, like, of coming out of the cocoon. It's almost like this wound that's been influencing every other relationship needs to be untangled from that experience. So maybe you've had counseling or therapy or done spiritual work or something on that experience from your childhood, but it needs to be transformed. It needs to be healed. There is a lot of magic around you. Like I feel like the energy is right for you to be able to heal from this. And I mean, maybe you've done work on it, like I said, or maybe you just be like, yeah, there's something in my childhood I haven't dealt with, right? But that's having an energetic play out on your current relationships. And the final outcome card is the healing heart. So you're a powerful healer and keep up the great work. Everyone's a healer on this live stream today. Which kind of doesn't surprise me, but I'm like, do you guys know that you're a healer? As well. So, and this is obviously your heart healing. Now, where I was feeling it in the back, I mean, maybe it was a different experience other than an axe being thrown at you in this lifetime, but I feel with that person, there's definite past life connection there, and you could have been killed by them like that, like it was really strong in the back. Or maybe this is the thing with feeling or seeing psychic attack like that, or psychic weapons as they call them in Trust Intuition. Some people don't even know, like say, for example, someone's just gossiping about someone or speaking negatively about someone. That gossiping can be throwing psychic daggers or hooks or spears or anything like that. And that's what it feels like for an empath, to have them stuck in our aura. And that's why energy clearing is so important. That's why I'm always harping on and stressing on about do the clairsentient sponge clearing, do the empath like clearing, do all your meditations, do all these practices, strengthen your energetic self, because otherwise these sit in us and then we're just like weighed down with that negativity, let alone like all the other bits that come with it, right? Yeah, definitely work with healing that trauma. So the axe in the back, I am getting for you that it does stem from past life. So yes, work with your inner child stuff, work with healing out that trauma. And again, this is all the stuff we do in Trust Intuition, right? But then you want to go deeper. So I'm not sure if you watched my third eye chakra live. Was that third eye? I think it was third eye. Watched the third eye chakra live stream the other week. Not last week, the week before. Oh my goodness, last week. Oh my goodness, we're nearly on to throat. So yes. Thanks Victoria, I loved my shadow work tutorial. Yes. So my shadow work, if you don't have that clear and activate pack, Ilana, just start with that. That's on my website, realityawareness.com. Go down to the pink button, it's just down a little bit. And the clear and activate pack has video trainings of how to use them. I love that it was really helpful for you, Victoria, so yay. You couldn't be more on point. I've recently started on a path of healing from trauma as it affected my relationship. Oh, confirmation. So yes, so work with definitely the free tools in that clear and activate pack. If whenever you're ready to go deeper, obviously this is what I do in Trust Intuition. This is what we work through and have the tools. So as a healer, we heal our own trauma and then we're able to help other people have that clarity of understanding of what on earth's going on, right? And so, yeah, so like I said in that third eye chakra live stream, I really explained it deeply about the different layers. And I do feel that this is quite strong for you with this childhood trauma, that it does, you know, we like got, okay, the current issue, your current relationship. And then the current, you know, the next thing down is like, is the, what's it called? It's the, oh my God, the childhood stuff in our past, so our current lifetime, but in the past, yeah, childhood stuff. And then we go deeper. And I do feel there is past life stuff connection that needs to be cleared out in, you know, eventually as well. So I'd definitely be working with that as well. Yeah. On point for you. But I don't know if I showed you this. Did I say that? A new dawn. So this is the bottom card of the deck, a new dawn. The worst is now behind you and positive new experiences are on the horizon. So you are healing, obviously, that's what you said, but it is like, it's the turning of a new era. Yeah, it's the turning and dawning of a new era. And I was just going to say, I thought I said on this live stream, but we're talking about it in Transcendence, which you can still jump in for, which is about pulling out trauma from the system actually as well. It's very deep, it's very powerful, and it's a 6-week journey that we've just started today. You can still jump in today. The first replay is sitting there, can catch up and continue to join us for this next 6 weeks. So doing this sort of work, we naturally can help other people, and we naturally have people come to us that we can help, if you so choose, to be able to do this stuff with, because this is You know, I do believe that there's a lot of intuitive healers that are waking up, healing their trauma, and when we understand how to do it, we can help the world. And when we look at the current world situation, in a few years' time, we're going to be very in demand. I've been saying that for years. So yeah. Okay. So yes, awesome. It affected your relationship. Yes. So yeah, sending you so much love from that. Deanne says, I love the Clear and Activate pack. Thank you for all you do. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It's pretty powerful. It was a strong pull from spirit to put it in together. So yeah, for you guys for free, because then I'm like, that's no fucking excuse for you guys not to do the work. I'm all about that. I am all about that. I have, you know, like high price points to work with me for sure, because I value my time and what I do and in my courses. But then I also have entry point stuff like the free Clear and Activate pack. Honestly, if you were to work with that for the rest of your life with what I share in those training videos, honestly, you will change your life. I guarantee you. And then if you add money honey to that as well and work with your mindset and your financial situation, I'm serious, like you will shift, like honestly. The work works when you work it. It's so important. So yeah, yes pleases, yes, go for it. You're already onto it. So start with the yes pleases and we'll see who comes up next. Love it. So let's see who comes up here. I got all these cards out and I've barely used them. My 50 cards. I think I got more than 50 actually. Probably. Okay. All right, Penny McNamara. Your name has jumped out a couple of times and I'm just like, okay, there it is. This is the one for you. Because I was just about to shuffle and I'm like, just no, these are for you. So Penny, where are we? Hello to the first timers here. Hello. So Penny, it's Penny, I'm just double checking. And all these new people, hi. So Penny, now, I think these cards, I don't know, they're upside down. But I went to shuffle and no, they just wanted to come out. So, I'll just bring these comments up. Vegetarian. So I'm curious, have you changed your diet? Have you been thinking about it? And no, the spiritual teacher. What did I just come off the last reading saying? Are you guys getting the message? Like, you guys are healers here. You understand that, right? Penny said really connected with you this week, I think you mean. So vegetarian and spiritual teacher, and let's just see what else wants to come out here. This one's jumping out. Be yourself. Okay. Are you afraid to step into who you are? This has been a bit of a theme on this live stream today, hasn't it? With a couple of different cards and people. Because, so like I said, you've got vegetarian. Now, vegetarian can obviously mean the vegetarian, like go veggie. It can also mean just purifying your body and detoxing and all those things, yeah? Sometimes it just means being healthier and being closer to nature, exercising more. If we think of vegetarian, of course, it's like dietary wise, but when we think of vegetarian on a spiritual level, it's really about connecting back to your true nature, connecting back to your light, connecting back to nature, yeah? Which can mean your true nature, yeah? And so, so I think you said should be. So, and birthing a new version of yourself. Yes, perfect, right? And so this is the vegetarian coming back to your true nature, recalibrating, connecting back to yourself. And when you just said should be, I think that was in response to me asking about you being vegetarian. And there's a thing with it, right? Like I do believe that there's benefits in being vegetarian, but depending on where you are in your spiritual journey, depending on where you are in your consciousness, depending on where you are in your health, it's so important to do it with great care, to do it with guidance, to do it with, you know, understanding what you're doing. You know, I personally don't believe, even though it's a thing and there's nothing wrong with any of it, right? But for me personally, if you're going to cut all meat and dairy and all the things bad for you, but then just go and replace it with vegan cheese and all the other processed, you know, fake meat patties, you know, like, you know, you can buy the fake meat patties or the little fake meat sausages. Like, that processed crap is probably worse for you than actually eating like straight off the farm a sausage, for goodness sake. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just in my opinion, because like what is actually in that thing? A lot of people who go vegetarian don't realize that they're actually allergic or have an intolerance for things like chickpeas or that tapioca flour. Like, that stuff is actually can be on par with wheat and gluten and stuff like that, and a lot of people don't know that. So it's really important, if you are going to go vegetarian, to really do the research, and even about your own body and health, right? So I'm not saying that for you, but for some reason I needed to share that message. So obviously somebody needed to hear that particularly. But connecting back to your true nature, and are you afraid of coming out as a spiritual teacher and being yourself with that? Right? What's the bottom card of the deck? Oh, your wish is granted. So I think that you said you're birthing a new version of yourself, right? Your wish is granted, and I wonder, I feel like you've been working quite deeply actually on manifesting a new reality. Oh, manifesting a new reality. Of course you have, you just said that, you're birthing a new version of yourself. Like, I feel like you've been working hard on manifesting. Did you see what I just pulled then as well? The dietary change. So there is a strong message in there for you about going vegetarian in the right way for you. Yeah, that's important. Like I said, it's so important to listen and to do it properly for you. Yeah, not what you think you have to do. Yeah, so working on the fear of persecution. In trust intuition, that's one of the meditations we do. That's one of the traumas we pull out. Releasing the fear of healing, persecution, and execution. Because light workers cannot step up if they do not heal that. Like, it's a thing. So it doesn't surprise me that you're working on that right now, right? And the healing from the witch hunts. There's slightly different depths that we dive into, but they're two that we definitely work in, because healers get stuck. They do, because of being persecuted from their light. So yeah, so it's awesome that you're working on that. Sometimes working on that naturally lets this happen a lot easier. Sometimes, like, we find it hard to change our diet or be veg or whatever we're being guided to do, because that release of, let's say, the heaviness of meat, let's say that example, the density of meat allows our vibration to be lighter in a way. There's a little bit of contradictory stuff around that I won't go into right now. It brings up all the feelings. It brings up all that suppressed trauma, right? And so when we eat a dead animal, we're ingesting the killing, which is the killing vibration, which we're used to, which is keeping, like, I want to say keeping us there, but that's also, if we stop eating meat, that trauma can come up because we're not eating that ingested of the killing. Does that make sense? No, that's pretty deep. But it's on a very soul, muscle memory level there too. So as I itch my chin after what I spoke about this week, being persecuted and like sealed off. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of that shifting, which is awesome. So it's safe for you to do that, but it's awesome that you're conscious of that, because honestly, that's like the biggest thing that holds light workers back, big time. Big time. So keep working on it. It's awesome. Love, love, love that you're birthing into this. So, so good. So good. But yeah, so the vegetarian, so the diet stuff is important, and maybe that's going to support you. But I wouldn't try forcing it as such, right? Maybe just little bits here and there is enough to then just be able to deal with the shift that is required, is the sense that I'm getting there about that. Connecting with nature, connecting with your true nature. Yeah, awesome. Love it. All right, let's go again. So hi, Leanne. So if we can have some yes pleases. Yes, they are beautiful messages, Abby. All right. What cards have we got? Oh, these ones. Environmental diet ingestion too. Yeah, that's a big one. That is a big one. And that's by the nature coming back to yourself. Even like we think of environmental, I mean, environment is everything. It's people, it's places, it's pollution, it's all the things. But it can be just the people we communicate with on a daily basis as well, yeah. Okay, so this Nicole, is it Nicole O'Rourke? O'Rourke, oh my goodness. I do not know, I'm starting to fade after being on live stream. I think we're on live stream for almost 2 hours in Transcendence this morning. Okay, starting to fade. So Nicole, interesting. Nicole, can you also let me know if you're in a relationship or not? So Nicole, you got steady progress, which was the card that came up for Anna earlier on as well. So in the past, is steady progress. You've been plodding along. You've been doing the thing. Have you remembered to ask for what you want? Or I think you're actually getting the sense that you've just started asking. You've started, it's almost like you've started feeling like this isn't enough. And there's a funny thing about the steady progress or doing the thing or just living. It sometimes gets to a point where we're ready for more, where we start to question, is this all that it is? Is this it? Like, and then we feel guilt because we're like, I should be grateful for what I've got and I shouldn't ask for more. Like Oliver, is it Oliver Twist? More, please. What do? We're belted by society. How dare you think outside the box? How dare you ask for more? I feel for you, Nicole, there is a big piece of collective, a little past life stuff coming up for a lot of people, right? I'm also getting this for you, Nicole. So sometimes we've had past lives as nuns or priests or, you know, that sort of an environment where like we gave up everything, and those vows of chastity to poverty and stuff, even of not having any belongings or anything like that, can still be there. And so then sometimes when we kind of get to this point where we're like, is that it? Isn't there more? Can't we have more? Like, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't ask for more. No, that's bad. That's bad. Something is awakening in you. Yeah. And this feels similar to the other card reading I just did earlier. Blessing in disguise. Something is awakening in you. Oh, because the entrepreneur card has come out for you as well. There's 5 cards that I've pulled. And you're in a relationship. So, because the reason I asked is because the new partner card has come out. And a chance meeting is no mistake, is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people as we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. Now, this can also be a new partner to your spiritual awakening. It can be a new partner to your desires that you're asking for. It can be a new project. It can be a rekindling of your current relationship. And that's why I asked if you're in a relationship right now. Are you happy in your current relationship is what I want to ask you. Now, obviously on live stream, you don't have to answer that question, right? But I'm like, are you happy in your relationship? And I wonder if this is part of the like, but isn't there more? And it's almost like, and it's not just the relationship. It's not that the relationship's bad. It's not that that's all the focus. I just feel in general, as an overall life thing, you're like, but isn't there more? I should just be happy with what I got and just grateful for what I got. And some people have so much more less than me, and I just need to block those desires out and just, it's okay. I'm just gonna squelch that down and just carry on. But it just keeps niggling, and coming up and up and up, right? It's like, but isn't there more? So what is awakening in you right now is a blessing in disguise. You are starting to wake up to the fact that actually, I desire more. I deserve more. I want more. So I would be working with releasing generational trauma, releasing generational guilt. So I'm about to release over the weekend a new meditation called Generational Shift. And it lifts the generational shift, lifts the trauma out of the system. The generational stuff, I mean. So, and it's like, it removes the web. It removes the layer that you have thought you were, but actually has been the family lineage, right? And so it's like lifting a cloak off your system. It's like lifting a web. If you can imagine like a spider web, and, you know, in the top of this, you know, the center of the spider web, like cloaks over you, and you're just walking around with this web, like, you know, and you just think it's you, but actually it's just like a web, of like the generational stuff that's just not you, right? Yep, that's what you're going through now. Yeah. So it's awakening. This is reward yourself. This is what you're hoping for and what you're scared of, right? So we want to reward ourselves. We want to be that good girl. We want to be good enough. We want our desires, but actually we're scared of it because maybe, oh no, I just need to not, don't ask for that. Don't ask because, oh, I just need to be happy with what I got because there's so many more people worse off in the world. And do you know what? There's so many more people worse off in the world do not benefit from you hiding your light. Do not benefit from you shunning the new partner of your divine spiritual self that is busting to come out, that is awakening and asking you and your soul to step through to be able to serve those people because they are in dire need of you shining your light to allow them to know that they don't have to stay in less than satisfactory situations anymore. Because we are in 2021, heading into 2022. It is not 1846 anymore, and we do not need to carry these cloaks of darkness around anymore because the world is awakening and we need you to listen, to step through those fears, release all that generational trauma and allow yourself to shine because in the next 10 years, the world is going to need us. And if you are awakening now, your soul is calling you to step forth, to train yourself, to get out of less than happy situations and be able to really go, I deserve more than this. And fuck those thoughts that keep entering my brain that say that there's worse people off in the world because those worse people off in the world are not benefiting and ever going to get out of their situation if I don't move my ass out of this situation and damn will help them or be the inspiration for them. Yeah? Strong message for you. I think that was a message for a lot of people, not just you, that last little bit. But just that's a really strong message. So when the entrepreneur card comes out, as your unique divine blueprint of life purpose, that is really based in the fact of entrepreneurship. It truly is. Your life purpose has nothing, isn't on the planet yet because it's you and your soul shining the light to your core wisdom self, to your little heart that's going, please get me the fuck out of here. Right? This is such a strong message. Oh my God. Because this is the truth of it. Yeah, it really, really is. So, really strong message. Amen, I reckon. That is so powerful. I love that so much. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. And that was awesome to finish these readings today because I've been on live stream for nearly 4 hours today. So I'm done. I can feel myself fading, but that was such a strong message. That was the best message ever. So love that so much, Nicole. Thank you for being here because that was awesome. That was the best message. Well, they were all good, but that was powerful. I love it when it's not me coming through and it's just that is the best. That is the best. So Michelle Sauer says, can you please help me? I'm trying to develop my abilities. So there is some of you that are new here. And if you do not have my free Clear and Activate pack, you can find it on my website at realityawareness.com. And if you just scroll down a bit, there's a pink button. And on the pink button, this goes to the Clear and Activate pack. You just need to exchange your email. And on that email, in that pack, there's 4 meditations and there's training videos. Please make sure you take the time to go through those training videos. I explain the meditations to you. I explain how you can use them and really dive into using the meditations to really transform your consciousness to develop your intuitive abilities, next level, develop them, especially with what's in that Clear and Activate pack. The clairsentient sponge clearing is just so powerful. The shadow work, of course, is integrating your consciousness to be able to have a high level of consciousness and understand things on a deeper level. So if you do not have that Clear and Activate pack, please, please, please make sure you go and grab it. It is on realityawareness.com and then the pink button will take you to the Clear and Activate pack. So highly recommend that, because that is really going to shift you, and that is where you can start for free for sure. But just make sure you go through those training videos, because it will basically give you examples of how to, and I do go deep into the trainings, whether it's free or whether it's paid, you still get the same delivery from me. So I was guided by Spirit to put together the Clear and Activate pack. So make sure you grab that. If you want to really shift your frequency and move fast, Transcendence, we started the first live stream today, and you can still jump in there today. The link is on the title of this live stream, and you can find it on my page as well for Transcendence. And this is a 6 weeks journey that we're going through. It's very, very powerful. There is a lot of work involved, so don't sign up if you're not going to do the work in there, even though, well, that's a bit of a lie. You can sign up because the energy will take you. Transcendence is a very different frequency of energy, and it's very powerful. So you can still jump in and catch the first replay today that we've done. And then you can keep joining us over these next 6 weeks. Trust Your Intuition, which is my signature program, which you can become a certified intuitive healer. That closes soon. We start that training on the 5th of July. So if you do want to become a internationally certified intuitive healer and life purpose activator, this is where we can train. We're doing a 10-week live training to become a certified intuitive healer. That is over Zoom that I'm holding that. This is actually the first time that I've held it live. I first created Trust Intuition in 2016, and I was guided to hold it as a live Zoom training, so everyone around the world can join us in these conditions that we're currently living in and be able to do the training to become an intuitive healer. Like I keep saying, the world's needing you, especially in the next 10 years. This is where it's at, yeah? So thanks, Nicole. Love your page. So Stephanie says, any more readings left? And I say no, but here's a last message for everyone who didn't get a reading. The Law of Attraction card. So each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. Only think about what you want to attract. In a way, that's not what it says. It says you have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony. At your request, we will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. That's what Transcendence is about. Attuning to higher frequencies. Transcendence purpose that we just came out of today, so I've been on live stream for so long, is activating your true source code. So we release from that dark mother grid, we release from all that chaotic stuff, we release from those never-ending cycles, and we actually plug in and activate your true source code, which makes it easier to embody the higher frequencies, yeah? So the Law of Attraction card is really, I'm getting this message for all of those who didn't get a reading on this card, on this live stream today, to surround yourself with people who get it, right? If you're not in my free reality awareness support group, that's a good place to start. There's lots of us in there that get it, of course. And just be around people who get it. Don't share your dreams, your hopes, your desires with people who don't get it, because you will stay stuck because they're not supportive, and you'll just, you know, you'll coil back in, like one of the readings on the live stream today. Entrepreneur is the bottom card of the deck. I was literally just shuffled these, right? So surround yourself with people. You guys are healers. Your life purpose is not on the planet yet. And even though in Trust Intuition, you become an intuitive healer, certified, internationally accredited around the world, your life purpose is born from you trusting your intuition, right? So even though you'll end up with the title of being an intuitive healer and life purpose activator, that doesn't mean that you have to do that forever. But when you step into that, your life purpose is shown to you, right? You're an entrepreneur, a born entrepreneur, or you wouldn't be here still. Yep, message loud and clear. I love it, exactly. Michelle says I've been told a healer, but I don't know about that. Yeah. I was told I was a yoga teacher, and I'm like, I don't know about that. Kind of fell into that, and look where I am today. This is the thing, you just keep following the next thing, right? And look where I've ended up. So yeah, love it. All right, guys, I love you heaps. Lovely to connect with you. I shall see you soon. Bye.